Today in the office. What's going on, everybody? I kind of like starting my days in my office just because it doesn't demand a lot of work. Like, I just get dressed and show up, and it's fairly easy. I'm just down here answering some emails and designing some stuff, and then we're gonna head upstairs and be running that CNC. Let me show you what I'm working on. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna show you guys what I've been working on because I can't get it to work. Easel's a great program, but sometimes it's so simple, it's stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna get up to the shop. I've been down here for like an hour trying to figure out this design, and I know what I'm gonna do to get it to work, but I have to be in the shop to do it, so might as well get out there and start working. Gonna load up the CNC and get everything going. Ooh, it's chilly. So priority is cutting these guys out. We're gonna be doing a couple of, what are they called? Coasters. My client wants round, 4-inch round coasters with their logo engraved on them out of cherry and maple. Pretty easy, right? But they want 300 coasters instead of 150 sets. So we got to get cracking on that. Due date isn't until end of October, so I've got a lot of time, but I want to make sure I can get these things done. That's gonna have to change. Just finished the first coaster and had a little bit of a problem because my bed isn't level, I hope. It just popped right out. The tabs I put on it didn't even register those tabs. And it looks like it just went straight through, yep. So, gonna have the same problems over here. And yeah, so also they want 4 inches. I made them 3 inches, 3.90 inches, because I could fit 7 on one board instead of 6, but I feel like this is just a little small. So while that CNC is going, I'm gonna be working on my drawer system, trying to get it organized and stuff, because I have a ton of stuff, I don't know if you can see it, a ton of stuff underneath my workbench here, and it all just needs to get organized. I'm gonna just kind of work on while this thing is running its course. It needs some work. My design needs some work. First thing I realized is I need to cut my pieces bigger because it's a 4-inch coaster, and I cut the pieces just above 4 inches, and it needs a little bit more wiggle room. But this is basically what they're gonna look like. You can see this one, it needed more wiggle room, it was too short, and this one just was messed up all around. But I also was testing the round over on them, and they look really good. They feel really good too in my hand. So I think I wanna do a little bit of a smaller round over, just because these feel too, I don't know, round. But yeah, I've got one empty drawer. This is holding all my tapes and stuff. I don't want that. I'd rather have all my tapes up on the wall somewhere. This is gonna be my necessities drawer, I think. And then this is getting filled up. This used to be my necessities drawer, but now it's obviously a junk drawer. So I wanna figure out a way to get what I don't need in here and what I do need in here and get it into there. All right, that finished up. I also realized why it was cutting so deep was I had my depth set way wrong. It was off by like 4/100ths of an inch, so that makes sense. See, what had happened was I went to measure it like this, you know, and you push this down and I could get my depth. What I didn't realize at the time was I was hitting this. So it's not even touching there. So I just did that and I was like, okay, cool, it's that. But it definitely wasn't that. What I should have done at the beginning was just measured my offcut like this, like a pro, and taken that measurement. But you live and you learn. This is what I was talking about, where I need to make my pieces just a little bit bigger. So accounting for how my CNC works and everything, I didn't account for this, you know, because the corner's not always directly in the corner. And so it's just barely cutting into that, and it's just barely missing this, because this is as far over as my CNC can go. If I would have given, these boards are like 4 inches and like a 1/16 or something like that. Or no, I did an 1/8 for the bit. Probably do 4 1/4 or something for that. So I think what I might do though, is I don't want to waste these. Probably just still cut out a couple of these, just smaller, and maybe I'll just gift them to somebody, or I don't know, something. But when I give them the samples, the company, the samples, I want them to be exactly how they're supposed to be. So we're looking at 4 inches, perfect on the dot with laser engraving and stuff. So I need to recut some wood. Oh, I'm so glad. I was dreading the process and the fact that I had to use more maple and more cherry, mill it down, blah, blah, blah. But then I remembered I didn't cut up the other offcuts. I cut the pieces of wood in half, and then I cut them to the right dimensions. This offcut is still longer than 4 inches, which is great. Which means I just have to cut it up and we're good, baby. I still want some sort of organizers in here, and I was gonna build them, but I think I might go to Harbor Freight or maybe even Walmart and see if they have like those utensil organizers. Also, pro tip, always duplicate your first design or the design that you think you're happy with. Always duplicate it, so that way you can always just go back and reference it and use that as the thing. I got all of these a lot smaller. They're about 3 inches and just over 3/4. And I have them mapped out, so they should work on what I have left here. But I am going to head out. I got some errands I gotta run. All right, I'm back. Also, they didn't have anything that I liked over at Walmart or Harbor Freight, so I don't know. I might just use some of the scraps that I have here and just do 3/4 inch. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, it's done. Real quick, let's get this off, and I want to try and carve the actual size ones, just 2 of them, so I can at least have them mocked up for my wife's boss tomorrow. So these are actually just on with thin nails in the corners. Beautiful, beautiful. The tabs worked out very well. Beautiful, dude. That's what I needed. I'm wondering if with the other thing, I just set the depth wrong. These are like perfect, dude. Okay, this finished up. They don't feel very loose, so I'm hoping that they still cut just as deep. Let's get it off and let's see what we got. So interesting, this didn't cut all the way through. It's like almost there. I can just get through. But this one did. This one cut super clean and perfect. But this guy was like this, so it didn't cut down on this bottom side. All right, there we have it. Some circular coasters. Cherry, hard maple. They both look great. I was just talking to my wife about them, and she thinks they're too thick. And I'm not gonna lie, I think they're too thick as well at 1/2 inch or just under 1/2 inch. 0.488 to be precise. I don't know, we might do a little something. We might make them thinner. I don't know, but I'm gonna also, I guess her boss, the guy I'm working with, is out of town for the week. So he won't be back till Monday or Tuesday. So I didn't need to rush to get these done after all, but I'm glad I did. I gotta go to work, so be good, be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.